Hey everyone, this is J-Dog, and I'm here with another video. And this is for anyone who happens to live in Maryland. I did a video about someone out in Georgia, I believe, who is running for one of the commissioner's slots in that state by the name of Mariah Parker, and how she was sworn in with the autobiography of Malcolm X. But I also talked about the importance of voting. It is important that we use our ability to vote so that we could finally get things done for the black community. Now, because one reason why I say that, because I hear about some of these people going, your vote don't matter, the politicians are corrupt, the vote don't matter. First of all, if your vote really did not matter, then why do you have some lawmakers and law enforcers try to stop you from voting? Why do you have lawmakers trying to make laws to try to suppress or block your chances of voting if your vote don't matter? Also, you hear this stuff about how blacks carry a big voting power, and it's like that some candidates and parties cannot win without the black vote. Did y'all know that? Those who claim that your vote don't matter. It is important you vote, because we try to get at least some of the right people in political office, and hopefully if we also use our power of demand to make sure that the politician does what the people want, we might be able to get some stuff done. Now, what you can do to make sure that your vote wasn't for nothing is to make sure you look up your candidates, make sure that the policies that the candidate or politician is going to make somehow favors you. Do research, go to town halls, make sure to make a list of demands to the politician that you're supposed to be voting for, or the opponent of that politician you're supposed to try to vote for, and make sure that to tell him or her that I have a list of demands. If you go by these demands, then I'll vote for you for some kind of political office. See, that's how your vote does not end up being a wasteful one. In the past couple years, more blacks, more African Americans in particular, have been basically trying to get into a lot of these political offices. Right now, there's an upcoming Democratic primary that's supposed to happen on June 26th in Maryland, one of the few states on that day to do primaries. Among them is the governor's race to take on Republican Larry Hogan, and hopefully Larry Hogan is removed from office. Now, of the Democratic Party, there are multiple amount of candidates who are trying to compete, at least right now, for the nomination, the Democratic nomination, which is whoever wins this primary will represent on behalf of the Democratic Party for governor, and will take on Larry Hogan, the Republican incumbent, as Larry Hogan will defend his seat on the behalf of the GOP, the Republicans, for the state of Maryland as governor. What I find very interesting is basically the title of this article, that the two candidates for the Democratic nomination the nomination for Democratic, that the two people that are leading, or the top two that are leading in the polls and are the favorites to win, are black candidates. That's right, black candidates. Now let's see what the article itself says. Baltimore. All right. With two leading candidates who have a shot at becoming Maryland's first black governor. So whoever wins the general election and beats Larry Hogan, and if one of the two black candidates wins and manages to beat Larry Hogan, they will be the first black governor. All right. The crowded Gerber national primary reflects the state-changing Democrats and the party's effort to harness the energy of an increasing diverse electorate around the world. Whoever wins the June 26th Democratic contest will face a tough battle in the fall against the state's popular incumbent Republican Governor Larry Hogan. But already voters say they're encouraged by the field of minorities, female, and LGBT Democrats vying to lead a state where nearly a third of its residents are black. Alright, I've actually heard about that. Matter of fact, I live in Virginia, in particularly Northern Virginia, and Maryland is not that far from where I live. Or at least certain areas. The largest percentage down outside the Deep South, and where racial tensions flare after the 2015 death of a black man in police custody. Yeah, I remember that one. The elections also represents the latest test to whether Democratic efforts to appeal to minority voters in the age of Donald Trump can be successful in the state and federal elections nationwide. On the first day of early voting, alright, so they've actually began early voting. Carla McCoy said she has never seen such a diverse group of candidates, and the field helped motivate her to vote. We need more voices from different backgrounds so everybody can be represented, said McCoy, a 43-year-old veteran in Frederick who voted for Ben Jealous. Now, Ben Jealous, the light-skinned black man right here, this guy right here, this is one of the candidates that they've been talking about. He's one of the black candidates that is actually leading or co-leading with another black candidate in the polls for the Democratic nomination. Now, let's see. So, former national president of the So, Ben Jealous is a former member of the NAACP, and I believe he is what you call a progressive Democrat. Yeah, there's this inner war going on within the Democratic Party between the corporate established Democrats and the progressive Democrats, who are the more favorable Democrats to the people. The progressive Democrats hope to do things like Medicare for all, criminal justice reform, free college, higher minimum wage, and a lot of people are in favor of the progressive Democrats. Those were the same people who followed Bernie Sanders and Nina Turner, who was a former politician in Ohio and stuff like that. A recent poll showed Jealous and Prince George County Executive Rushern Baker, I forgot which of the two black men is that guy, but he's the other guy that's leading in the polls. I have to look up more information on him. Alright, right here. Who are both black, leading in the field of more than half a dozen Democratic hopefuls in the state that has never elected a black or female governor. A large percentage of voters are also undecided in the final weeks before the primary, and the primary is just in a few days. The primary I know today's Tuesday, so basically a week from today is on the 26th is the primary. There have only been 2 elected black governors in U.S. history: Douglas Wilder in Virginia and Deval Patrick in Massachusetts. So there's another fact, and this is not just states, even though they're mentioning 2, but this is according to the entire nation. Ever since its foundation, there's only been 2 black governors. We also know that in Georgia, this is not mentioned in the article. In Georgia, there's a female governor candidate who is also a black woman by the name of Stacey Abrams. She is hoping to become the first black woman to be the governor there in Georgia. So those who live in Georgia, I hope you are registering to vote. Look at some of her policies. I think they're kind of the same as Ben Jealous and the progressives. So it is important that we use our power to vote. On the I'm not going to read too much of this. You know what? I'm not going to read too much of this because the main focus is the 2 black candidates that are leading. So, but if y'all want to read the rest of the article, I'll leave a link to it in the description box and maybe in the comment section or both. But yes, first of all, congratulations to the 2, and hopefully the best of luck in the upcoming primary, and hopefully one of you manage to beat Larry Hogan. Larry Hogan, of course, is the GOP, which is basically the Republican Party, and right now a lot of black people are not in favor of the Republican Party, especially who is in charge of the White House, who happens to be the top Republican. And we all know who we talk about. I don't even have to mention his name. But, like I said, best of luck to the 2. We'll find out who ends up being the better man next week. And for the people in Maryland, make sure you go to the polls. Remember to use your power to vote. If you're not sure with the candidate, make sure you do research before you actually go vote. Hold your vote. Make sure that the candidate is the candidate that's actually going to do what the policies that is going to be in your favor. Make sure you make demands to your politicians that if you want their vote, that you do these policies. It's called vote and demand, or demand and vote. That way it doesn't look like you're trying to waste your vote. But that's all I have to say. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I do videos on YouTube, Black Junction TV, and Black Spot TV. I'll have the links to to my different accounts for you to subscribe to. Oh, I think also what I might be doing is I might be putting back on in the description box and comment section the different GoFundMes for Black Junction TV and Black Spot TV. We really need help to help these platforms financially so that they can grow, so we'll be able to use these platforms more for different things. I know Black Junction is trying to get live stream capability, so let's help out. I'll also have those links. I haven't been putting those links in a while, but I will be doing it again, starting with this video, and or I might have already done it in a couple videos. If not, then it most likely will start with this one. So, thank you for your time, and I'll catch you in the next video.